What it is, guys, it's your boy icjosh. In this episode of Dragon Ball Super, I don't have the green screen up just for the simple fact that this episode brings more like hows and whys than it does like answers to anything, which is not necessarily a bad thing, because at the beginning of this we see that Bulma's basically explaining how she got the time machine from Trunks, and I like the subtle nod that they're doing and keeping it to where like in Dragon Ball Z they show like flashbacks of Dragon Ball in Dragon Ball Z and actually kept those like original clips in there, and they're doing the same thing with Dragon Ball Super with Dragon Ball Z, putting those clips in, and I like how they did that and explained that way. But the scene where Bulma is talking to Trunks and they're talking about how, you know, she's like, hey, basically, can I, you know, keep that time machine? Like that, it's like, I don't remember that. And if it did happen, then I'm gonna have to like go back and rewatch, you know, for that episode, basically the aftermath of Cell. I'm gonna have to like rewatch for that just to see if that actually happened, because I feel like it didn't, and they just like made that scene like there just for that particular reason, to explain that. After Bulma basically explains how she got the time machine and all that stuff, we see that Pilaf, Shu, and Mai are there, and you know, she's basically says something like Kid Trunks says Mai, and you know, Future Trunks is like, Mai? Did you say Mai? Like Mai? Like what is going on? Then he like leans down, looks at her, and takes her hand, and this is where she completely acts like a, you know, woman, and she, you know, she starts to blush, and it's kind of it's funny, but at the same time it's just like, you know, that this is supposed to be like one of those moments that's like, you know, like he's kind of realizing that, you know, little Mai, you know, is who he knows, and you know, this is her small, really, when she's, you know, like an old woman. But he basically talks to her and sees that, you know, this is the Mai, and he's basically kind of, you know, acknowledges to her that she helped him a lot in the future. And we see that Kid Trunks is, you know, asking a lot of questions. Everybody else is kind of like looking around. Bulma kind of gets it, because she kind of, you know, smiles and does that whole like mom kind of thing, and then tries to you know, change the subject, try to get it, you know, lightened up a little bit. We see that whenever Trunks is basically explaining everything, he's basically explaining how, you know, she first came on the scene, how she's basically the leader of this revolution, you know, that's fighting against Black, and we see like kind of the like things that she does, and she actually saves Trunks at one point in time, like with flash grenade. That I thought that was pretty nice. I like how they like put those moments in to where it was more of like an intimate type moment, to where, you know, they're talking about how much they need each other and all that stuff, and it's nice to really see that. We see that little Mai, she gets kind of smitten over him. You know, she's loving this moment, she's loving this fact, and it brings more reasons up, explaining basically that Pilaf and Shu are like, so what about us? Like, where are we at? You know, and he's kind of like, I don't remember. I don't see you guys. You're not there. So if they're not there, then how is she there? Because we see that, you know, last week's preview that, you know, Mai kind of, you know, twitched a little bit like she was still alive. And I want to say for my I guess you could say predictions on this is that she time travels. Obviously, she has to time travel at some point in time, because there's no way that, you know, she's that little and being around Kid Trunks' age, you know, they grew up like that. Like I can see that, but this is future Trunks' timeline, so that's kind of weird. Like, how is she there and everybody else is not there? Like, I don't know. That's weird. I would love to hear what you guys have to think about that part, but I'm just saying, like, she has to time travel at some point in time, because I mean, if she was supposed to grow up, you know, in his timeline like that, she'd be way older. We seen that she was like, you know, 50s, 60s, whatever. Like, they were old. So it's kind of weird to see that. Now, we do get subtle hints and like clips of Black Goku in the future. Well, just Black now, because it's obvious that he's not Goku. And one of the things that I did like about this was the fact that you know, while he's talking about saying, you know, he needs, you know, more of Goku's powers, more of Goku's like real essence. Like I said last week that whenever he was powering up, like his aura around him looked kind of like it was similar to Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue, and it does, and like he even states like this is the power of God, you know, Super Saiyan Goku and stuff, and he's like, I need that, so he knows that he's a god for some reason, but yeah, that was weird. But we see that while he's like mimicking like Goku's stances, we see that he actually, you know, has like to where it's like going between like Goku's uniform and his, and you know, his face without, you know, the earring and everything. Like it's weird, but it's cool to see that, because we really know that he is not, you know, who he appears to look like. So we really want to see who he really is. Now, one thing that was pretty cool about this was Beerus, at the end of this, Beerus and Whis, they're talking, and Beerus is basically like, I know I've seen this person before. Like, I know I've encountered him. I just don't know where I encountered him. Like, it's obvious that he's not Goku, but I just know that I've encountered him. I don't know where. Whis is like, yeah, I get the same feeling, and we gotta like look into this. I'm gonna be looking into this hard body, and we need to find out who this actually is. Now, it's cool to see that, just for the simple fact that, like, hopefully they can probably like go with Goku or something like that we see in next week's preview, that they can probably like go there and probably stop him before, say, he tries to do this in their time, in that right then and there. And then whenever they go into the future, they can really, you know, take care of him, already know who he is and everything. But it's nice to see that, you know, Vegeta is having that, like, I want to train and I want to get rid of this problem. And he says that he's like, I'll never forgive him, you know. And it's like, the only thing that I can say that he can never forgive, besides, you know, terrorizing Trunks, is the fact that, you know, Black killed Bulma, future Bulma. So you know Vegeta's gonna go in with a burning fucking rage, and I can't wait to really see that, because I'm hoping that Vegeta is the one that really does take care of Black, because I'm tired of Goku really taking care of everything. So I want to see Vegeta actually take care of this, because this one is like, it's more personal, it's more family oriented, because, you know, he's terrorizing his son and he killed his future wife. And, you know, it's probably burning Vegeta up because, you know, future him is not there to even try to protect them. So I really want to see that happen. Now, definitely for this episode, I want to give this a solid 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. And if you haven't watched it, you definitely need to watch it. I'll probably link it in the description below. So say some of you guys don't know where to watch some of these anime episodes, then I'll let you know right there. But another thing that I do want to say before I get out of here is the fact that future Trunks is going to meet Gohan next week. So I'm really anxious to see that, because it seems that Trunks is kind of, you know, looking at Goku like, well, he's not looking at Goku, he's looking at Gohan like, the fuck, because Gohan brings out the Great Saiyan Man outfit, and that's already an L right there. Like, you can't have somebody that looked at you as, you know, a mentor and the strongest, you know, and that's how he seen you after he left, was you were the strongest, and you gonna bring out Saiyan Man? That's a big L, bro. That, you can't do that. But definitely, guys, let me know what you think of this week's episode and what you think of the preview for next week's episode whenever future Trunks meets Gohan. Let me know in the comment section below. And as always, guys, if you enjoyed the video, smack a like on it, share the video out. Let's get a discussion going on in the comment section below. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Yeah, that's about it, guys. I'm icjosh, and I am out. Peace. I will do it for you.
Ooh,
and he arrives back, okay, pretty early. I want to say maybe around a couple months.